Okay, now we're going to introduce you to a horrible practice, which we're going to do just for the sake of expediency and to help you learn. So we're going to hard code the style sheets to get everything linked and looking exactly right. There are way better ways to do this, and you should not do this long term in your WordPress theme, but it'll work for now.
Well, let's just talk about process real quick. We have the site, and we want to get it up and make sure everything looks right. And then we're going to go in and we're going to actually convert it into WordPress. We're just getting it to load at the moment.
Yeah.
This isn't what you do to get it to run on WordPress. So let's get it to load, and then we'll break everything down for you as we go along. So even though right here we're going to take the CSS files, we're going to hard code them. We'll show you the right way to do it as we actually get further into it.
Yeah, and the whole point of WordPress, like a big part of it, is it's a content management system.
Right.
That implies dynamic content. The user can go in and change things. You might move this, and it's the same way with relative and hard-coded links. You want things to be able to be dynamic, and you don't want to hard-code everything to where it's static and can't be changed. You want it to be dynamic. So we're going to make a lot of this site is going to become very dynamic to where it can be updated and changed regularly. And the actual style sheets are going to be dynamic as well. But that we have to use PHP to do that. So right now we're just going to use the HTML, show you how to get it going, and then we'll take you step by step through the PHP code.
And that's exactly it. If we go all the way into depth right now, we're going to have to show you a lot of PHP instead of working you through the PHP to where you understand it.
Right.
So instead, we're going to just go in, we're going to hard code this, we're going to get the site up and running and looking right, and then we'll move into specifically how to break it down and how to get everything functioning.
Absolutely. So here's our index.php. That's where we're going to access the header here, and we're going to change this, which is a relative link, going into CSS folder and carousel.css. This isn't even going to work in WordPress, even if we have it there. So we're going to make it a dynamic link.
Let's start with /kitty.
/kitty.
Yep.
Okay. So this is let's just hard code all the way.
Okay.
So we're in fpwd.us /kitty / all of these things. Actually, let's open our style.css and just copy the link. Make this quick. Follow that. So let's replace this with that. We need to make sure to put our HTTP here. That's a very hard-coded link, but it'll work. So let's do the same thing with our other style sheet, which is the bootstrap. So I'm going to go into my folder, open the bootstrap, and then I'm just going to hard code copy this link right here. fpw.us, blah, 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 blah. Copy that, and paste it right there.
Now, obviously, if you don't add the HTTP // it doesn't do anything. So you have to add it there.
So let's refresh this page. Okay.
Okay. So now we have the style sheets loaded, and we know that it's working. The only things that aren't working here are the images. Mm-hmm. But let's show them real quick. This is why you don't hard code these, and this is why we're going to change these in the future. When you go in here right now, because of some of the looping processes, it's going to cause our style sheets to load multiple times, and that's going to bog things down. Actually, in this case, there it is. So they're loading multiple times. This isn't what you want. We're going to change these later. Okay.
Yeah. You don't want this is if you've never used the network tab before, it shows you all the resources that your external resources you're calling, and we're loading our style.css 3 times and our bootstrap 8 times or 7 times. That's ridiculous and unnecessary. So
we can fix this within WordPress. It's actually not a problem, but it's a PHP thing we're going to do on the back end. Now that everything's loaded, we're going to end this section, and we'll come back and we'll show you guys how to get your images working.